Show.
Everyone, hello friends. You're welcome to Queen's World Show. I'm Adiola Adetoye.
I'm Shola Jegede.
Don't be quick to assume. This show is not just for teenagers. It's for everyone that surrounds them, which includes the members of the family, the church, the society, government, and even you.
Yes, it's a world where everyone has a role to play in building a godly generation for a greater tomorrow.
Yes, for those who have been joining us on this show, I'm sure you've been having a wonderful and beautiful experience. And last week was not an exception. It was a very, very wonderful one, and I enjoyed it. I'm sure you also enjoyed it. So we'll do a short recap of what we had last week for those that were not around with us.
Parents should not be too. I'm not saying you should not trust anybody, because we discovered that sexual abuse is usually perpetrated by relatives.
Those around.
Yes, it's rare you see a stranger abuse a child. It is people you know, people you know. She trusted the teacher. Because what happened to that girl could be a dent in her life. Of course, not even could. It's a dent in her life forever, and is something that could change her life negatively forever. Gone are the days when parents wait until their children are 13, 14, 15 before they begin to talk to them about sex, the sexuality.
You're welcome back. I'm sure you've been able to pick up so that we can flow together during this episode. So, we will not fail to introduce to you our humble and loving guest. You will love to meet her. We had a beautiful time last week, and we're going to have a super wow experience today. I can bet that with you. Okay, Shola, let's introduce to them our loving sister, Auntie Becky Olorunpomi, also known as Becky G. Thank you for coming again. We had a wonderful time last week with you. You're welcome.
Thanks for having me again. I'm glad to be here again.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thanks.
Yes. So we go straight to watching our drama clip. It will give us more understanding as to what we're discussing today. Are we ready? You ready?
I just wonder why all this have to happen to me. I was abused at age 8. I have aborted 3 times. My parents are separated. Life has just been so unfair. Can I really let go of all this? Of what use is life to me? I think I can end it here. I just have to end all this pain.
I count it all as lost. Lead me to the cross where your love poured out. Bring me to my knees, Lord, I lay me down. Rid me of myself, I belong to you. Oh, lead me to the cross.
Wow, I love that too. And I'm happy she was able to see that life does not end that way. Yes, we must have gone through a lot of things. It can be sad, it can be so sad. It can be so sad, but there's hope. Really? Right?
Yes, there's hope. And that brings us to the topic of today. Move on.
Yes, you have to move on.
In any situation, you need
Yes,
to
you
move
have to
on.
move on. Okay, so we'll hand over to our guest. She'll do justice to it as we ask her questions. Okay, Ma, can you let us understand how easy is it to move on? Yes, we said it's smiling, move on, move on.
You know,
yes, after going through, we saw all that she had gone through, and how easy is it to move on?
it's easier said than done.
Hmm.
And if you've not been there, you wouldn't know how it feels. I was telling someone last week or sometimes recently that please don't try to wear my shoe. Don't, we normally say if I wear your shoe, if I wear your shoe. So don't wear my shoe. You may never walk again. Because if you walk in my shoes or what I've been through, you may just drop dead.
Wow.
So just try to walk in my shoe, walk in the shoe, because you don't know how it feels until you are there. Like we discussed last time, being sexually abused is an awful experience. Is a trauma that never leaves the person until there's an intervention, like I said last time we spoke about this. And as you can see, I was trying to say last week that anyone involved or anyone that is a sexual abuse victim usually gets to two extreme ends. One extreme end is hating sex, hating to get married. They may be married, but they frustrate their partners when it comes to that part of their marital vows. And some marriages and issues we have, or divorce or stuff like that. When you go deep, this is one of the reasons why some marriages have collapsed, because the other partner is paying for the offense that someone did to his or her partner. And it's not this person's fault, because we talked last time that the person might not have even spoken to anybody because of the fear of being judged and being stigmatized. So, but the person is still carrying that burden in his or her mind. And if you don't unknowingly or unconsciously, the person begins to react and behave based on that. So, like we said, their first sexual experience was abuse. So they have never had experience of sexual intercourse until that time they were abused. And first experience, even in business, they say first impression lasts, So also first experience at times, if you don't have other experiences, and some of them that would be the first and the last experience they will have about sexual abuse until they shut their mind against sex and they begin to frustrate their partners. So that is one extreme. They may be married. Some of them may even not want to marry. They just anything. The guys will be coming to them, I want to marry you. Or ladies will like, what is it you cannot do? Or but they are having issues. And it's not as if they don't want to move on, but it's not just easy, because it's a psychological bondage. And you want to use the word spiritual also, but it deals with the mind. And you can want to do things normally because your mind is normal.
Okay.
When you see a lunatic, the person's mind is abnormal. So that is why the person behaves abnormally. So even though the person might not be a physical lunatic, but like I always say, many are mad, only few know. You don't know, something has touched that psychological aspect of that person, the mind of that person. And the person, as though he or she might still be living normally like a normal person, they may be CEOs of the conglomerates or whatever, but that aspect of their life is one, and because it's a private sort of life, people don't tend to notice or see it. Even they might be big, big boys, big girls, but that's private part of their life. which no one sees, is still suffering. And so the other extreme is they become wild, especially if the sexual abuse was a continuous one until a particular time. Because a victim at a point, especially the one that has been made to believe that you are the reason or that is how you have been made to, it's good for you, so just go ahead like that. They go the extreme way. They want to be, even though they're married, they want to be having sex with their partners violently.
That's the way it happened.
Just the way it happened. Or they don't want to get married. They just want to be having that thing, but they don't want to keep that man because they hate man, or they hate men, or they hate women. They just want to be sleeping around, and so they are the two extremes that you find yourself. The victims find themselves. So moving on might be very, very difficult. Now, physically, academically, or other aspects of their lives, they may have moved on, but that aspect is very difficult to move on until there's a psychology, or there's an interception or an intervention, and some of them could even get to a point of being suicidal. It can be that bad that they become suicidal.
Okay. How do you handle the psychological and the traumatic and the emotional effects sexual abuse brings at the end of the day?
There are different ways. You see a professional therapist, you say therapist, and when I mean a therapist, not just someone who says I have a therapist. It has to be I don't mean a motivational speaking therapist. I mean a therapist, if possible a clinical psychologist. You understand? So, because these are professionals, they know the button to press. They know what to tell you, and I'm not even talking about a pastor now, or except if the pastor is that also professional. Because sometimes we say God, I believe in God, I'm a Christian, and I'm going to that spiritual aspect also. But since your question was psychological and emotional, you need to talk to. That's why we have psychologists. So you need to, or psychiatrist, you need to talk to one of them who will help you rearrange back, because like a layman will say, a bolt has been loosened. So they need to tighten it back for the mind to work, to be. Now it might not still be easy for some people to just end it up with a psychologist or a therapist. Some people might still need that spiritual aspect, because God is the creator of the whole being. So He knows whatever has been damaged, and He knows how to fix it. So the aspect of God is not still, like our counselors and things, but you're talking to non-Christians also. You don't just slam them with just go and meet God, because you might not even know how to get to God, you might not even know how to reach God. So now, you need to get to that point where you have to know that, the abuser has moved on.
Okay.
The abuser has moved on. You need to tell yourself that I need to move on.